Gather round, children. I'm going to read to you from that classic Christmas story, A Visit from St. Dick. It's going to be an extraordinary rendition. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Well, there were the National Security Agency operatives in the basement wiretapping our phones, but they kept pretty quiet. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Dick, alas, soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of reclaiming our democracy danced in their heads. And Mama in her handcuffs, and I in my hood, had just settled down for a long winter's incarceration in a CIA black site. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the waterboard to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the nuclear ash gave the luster of midday to Halliburton's cash, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature bulletproof limousine and 8 tiny reindeer. With a snarly old driver so ruthless and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Dick. More rapid than Blackwater mercenaries his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Rummy, now Wolfie, now Pearl and dear Nixon. On Berto, on Ashcroft, on W, let's blitz 'em. To the land of Iran, I'm quite off the wall. Now bombs away, bombs away, bombs away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle like Congress, they work on the sly. So up to the housetop the neocons they flew, with the sleigh full of wiretaps, and St. Dick, alas, too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little spook. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Dick came with a bound. He was dressed all in pinstripes from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. He must have just visited the Green Zone in Baghdad. A bundle of torture devices he had flung on his back, and he looked like a sadist just opening his sack. His eyes, how they glowered, his dimples, how sneery. His cheeks were quite flushed. He was in quite a fury. His snarling little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and his vision of America was as white as the snow. The pin of a hand grenade he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke from burning ruins encircled his head like a wreath. He had a cold stare and a little round belly that shook when he cackled like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right vicious old elf, and I laughed when he told me to go f*** myself. A glare of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had all kinds of things to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and tortured and wiretapped, then turned with a jerk, and laying his middle finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his limo, to his secretive team gave a whistle, and away they all flew, like an atomic cruise missile. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Fascist future to Orwell, and to Orwell, good night."